Coach Casey, just found out you're going to the Oxford Regional. Tell us your thoughts.
Well, we're excited about it. You know, in 2014, we went to Oxford. It was a great experience for us. We know a couple of things. One, they'll have a great team, and it'll be a well-supported regional. So I'm excited for our guys, you know, to be able to play in that type of atmosphere. I think it'll be a great place for us.
And then it's a place to where the league has had success in recent years too. Tennessee Tech last year.
Yeah, I think that's one of the neat things of looking at it is Tech goes there and wins the regional last year. And I think that kind of opens some doors to your thought process that, hey, it can happen. And we know that we'll have to play at our very top limit to win that regional, but it can happen. And I think that with our team and as hot as we are and the way we've played the last half of the year, there will be a belief factor that we can go there and compete very well.
Obviously, this time of year, you want to be playing your best baseball. 12 wins in a row. Is this the best this team's been all year?
Yeah, it is. You know, we started out, the season was a little bit of a scuffle. We felt like our schedule was pretty tough, and we did that on purpose because we felt like this group would be able to handle that. And from the midpoint on, it's been way different. I think we have won at 12 in a row. We've won 16 out of our last 17. Those are things that don't happen if you don't believe you're pretty good and if you're not looking for ways to win.
You guys have beaten other SEC teams this year. Just kind of talk about that there won't be any intimidation factor going into this thing.
I don't think there'll be an intimidation factor. There's also a respect that comes from that because we know that the level of competition is going to be very good. And one of the reasons that we played those 6 SEC games was just for something like this, so that if we're in a situation like this, that it's different when you're playing in a regional, but at the same time, we've experienced this competition.
And then, Coach, you've got some veterans that mean a lot to this team. Garrett Farmer was the pitcher of the year, and you got a guy like Nick Gaddis who's kind of put that leadership role on his shoulders. Can you talk about those two guys?
Yeah, I think Gaddis, you know, as a senior and a guy who is so invested in this program, I'm so happy for him. You know, the guys, I don't know if it's teasing or if they mean it, but they call him Captain, you know, and he's the guy that we're going to do things the right way, everything that we do. And in so many ways, he stands for all the things this program is. And so I'm very, very excited for him. And then when you look at Farmer's a guy that we talk about, he takes the ball every Friday night. He goes out and he's a tone setter. He's the hardest worker that we have on our pitching staff. He's always going to go the extra mile to be ready to perform. He's very hard on himself. He wants to be perfect in everything that he does. And I think that what that does, it gives the other pitchers an example to follow that, hey, if you want to be good, you need to do what Garrett Farmer does.
On the flip side of that, a lot of young guys on this team. How has it been to watch those freshmen and sophomores evolve as this season?
Well, I think the beauty of it is at this point of the season, there are no freshmen anymore, so that's a great thing. But we are a young club, and with that, I think there's some energy that comes with it. There's an excitement that comes with it that sometimes if you get a little bit old, things can get a little lethargic. It's not that way in our dugout. It's a pretty exciting place to be, and I think that guys will be even more excited in this atmosphere.
Coach, I heard you telling Mark, just kind of how much fresher maybe the pitching staff is this time than the last time.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ole Miss just played, in the SEC championship game yesterday. Is there any advantage to that?
Well, I haven't looked at what they did with their pitching staff, and I doubt they did anything to really stress it, just because they knew that they were going to be in a tournament, which is way different than when we were trying to get in 2014. And at the same time, I do think that there's some advantage to having a few days off. I know the last time we went over there, I think we got rained out the first night we were supposed to play, and boy, were we happy that it happened because we were just worn down. It's a very different feeling. We've already set up our throwing program for the week because our guys will really need to throw this week before we go over there.